Start on before we start.
Like it's shining, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Where we at? That's
we in Greensboro, whatever we want, you feel me?
This is the one
this shit is different.
Podcast in Greensboro, North Carolina, 336, man.
Straight up.
Getting a positive outlook, looked at myself and said, be the one out the two. I used to never make noise, but stay making plays. The boy in the back of the room, now I go straight like swoosh. I do the shit that they wish they could do. Nobody gave me a chance I could prove. It's too many hands, I need advance. For everyone said that I ain't have a shoe. Now I got a foot in, niggas be talking, but they just be looking. 42 dug in, worthy for showtime. I got no time for a whole line. Suggesting you stand on your side, no I both slide. 10 toes, how the boats down. Young Mike, you got one round. Shimon now. I just be reaching for peace and prosperity. Niggas be coming for me, that's embarrassing. No one compared to Elo Craig, cracking nigga, he thinking he Devo. Can't fuck with you, you ain't for the fame. Stay down and that's word to the end, yeah. I'm like, bitch, I'm the one. Ain't no one near me, the son of the sun. I keep it clean, I'm fucking the one when I come. Leaving the best, I ain't changing for none. Won't take nothing less, I made it all through the pressure. Fuck around, no testing. Living life, I'm destined. Catching all my bliss. I'm lighting it up, bitch, I'm the one. Ain't no one near me, the son of the sun. I keep it clean, I'm fucking the world when I come. Leaving the best, I ain't changing for none. Won't take nothing less, I made it all through the pressure. Fuck around, no testing. Living life, I'm destined. Catching all my blessings. Catching all my blessings. Bitch, I'm catching all my blessings.
Okay, we're back. It's No Face NC with whatever we want. And I just want to let y'all know, as you can see, we got somebody so special, so important to the culture, so important to us personally in the building. We got Freeway Rick Ross in the fucking building, in the borough, in the hood, on the east side of Greensboro. It's different. Y'all not like us.
It's very different, bro. Like this man, y'all don't even understand. Like when we say the real Rick Ross, it ain't just because he's the real Rick Ross, because he's real as he is, man. It ain't no celebrities of his magnitude coming to see people like us.
Like this is different. So we just want to say we appreciate you so much, like, for taking the time out of your schedule. We know you're a very busy man and you don't have to do this, and just showing us this amount of love is bigger than just us. This is big for the city. This is big for North Carolina. We don't get this kind of love. We get looked over a lot.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate y'all inviting me over, man, because when you look at it, y'all the ones that's getting the message out to the people. In order to touch the streets, you got to touch the streets. And that's what I try to do. Everywhere I go, I feel real welcome in any projects, especially where there's black people at. I feel good.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll tell you, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
I remember, man, like the first time I went to Chicago after I was out of jail, I was at a party and I went out there with Hip Hop Detox, so they had me in a hotel room and I got bored and I was like, man, that club over there look like it's jumping. So I go to the club and I'm inside the club and I'm just chilling out and just having fun, and this dude came up to me and he was like, man, you in here without bodyguards? And I didn't even know who these dudes was, right? And there was some young GDs in there. They was like, oh, that's his bodyguards.
Yeah.
Just out of the blue. So I started to know that the young brothers had my back. You know what I'm saying? And they appreciate what I say and what I be doing, because ain't nobody really saying it, man.
Man, I can tell you right now, we keep things low. But this is one interview that, I had to call people and be like, bro, if this shit go through, like, this is crazy. Every single person I talked to, old, young, across different age demographics, was going crazy. Going crazy, absolutely crazy. Like, you get so much love out here. It's different.
They love it.
And this is the reason why, too. Just being able to be a man of your magnitude, but still being connected to the people. A lot of people lose that, and that's be like the first thing they lose, and they don't get it back.
Yeah. Well, you got to keep like I get a call Friday, man. The call was so big that, if I hadn't gave my word, I wouldn't even came, because I could have went and took care of that business. And it was what I've been working for 14 years. But, like I told Echo, I was like, man, I already gave my word, so I got to follow through. That call who just came Friday, You know what I'm saying? I hadn't planned on that call coming Friday. It was something I already knew was gonna come. You know, like if you put in the work, it's like one of my guys said, a book I was reading, he said, if you keep stacking bricks, you're gonna get a wall. And basically, I just been stacking, and I knew that call was gonna come. I just didn't know it was gonna come Friday.
Yeah, that's dope.
And it just came in, and I was like, man. And, you know, I said, no, you got to go ahead and go through with your obligation that you told everybody you was gonna do, even though this is bigger.
Yeah.
You know, this is what you've been working for 14 years. You still got to finish your obligations that you already started. So that's how I live my life.
And I appreciate that. That's crazy. That's so deep. We don't really got a lot of time, so I just want to like jump right into it though. One of the main things I wanted to talk to you about really is just like this new generation of youth that's coming up musically in the streets. You have any like, what's your personal thoughts? Like I kind of want to pick your brain a little bit, but give you the open floor to just talk about like how you feel about it, like what's going on right now.
Well, a better way to put it is like, how do you feel about the culture? Sorry to cut you off too, by the way. But how do you feel about the culture of our people at this point in time in 2024?
It's fucked up. I think that the music has been poisoning the mind of the youths. You know, with this, it's just me, fuck you. You know, and when you're by yourself, you ain't easily singled out. You know, I mean, and I don't really fuck with Michael Jordan either, but you know, he said that a good team wins championships. You know, individual win games. And I feel that we as a people should be trying to win championships and not games. You know, and you know, we got a couple people that's winning. You know, the Jay-Z's, the Puffies, a couple Oprah Winfrey's. But I read an article about 5 years ago because I had a network. When I was in prison, I had a network of guys that we all studied money, you know, because that's what we was on. We went to prison for studying money, having money, and chasing money. And so they send me stuff from time to time, like stuff that absolutely I shouldn't miss, you know. And one of them sent me an article and it said within 20 years, black people would be totally broke. Mm-hmm. And it was funny because I got like a little body shop at home where we fix cars.
Yeah, I seen
kind of like a hangout too. Yeah, you know, the homies come by and hang out and chill, and they can smoke their weed and drink beer and just be cool, you know. Like, and we were sitting there, and there's about 5 or 10 people out. And then when I read the article, I started the conversation with them because you know I want to run it by other people to see how they feel. And I was like, man, this article was saying that black people are gonna be totally broke. So it started arguing, oh no, we ain't gonna be broke. We got Michael Jordan and Jay-Z and that. I said, yeah, but them dudes don't really do nothing for the hood. You know what I'm saying? Right, yeah. Ain't no banks where if you're from the hood and you're young and you're black and you got a business idea, you can go and say, man, I need $1 million to get my business started. And Jay-Z got a bank set up where you can get that money. It ain't like that.
For someone with that amount of money in reach, for sure, yeah, because he could do that like that.
He should be. Yeah. He should be doing it already. Not that, I mean, $1 billion, you got $1 billion. What you gonna do with $1 billion?
Right.
You figure just on the interest alone, on $1 billion, you probably, $100 million a year just on interest. If you don't do another, you know, nothing else, you're going to get $100 million next year. So where's that money going? Well, the money's not going to the hood. So, and then I was telling him, like, all my family broke. Yeah. You know, all my cousins is broke, all my aunties is broke, you know, my brothers is broke. You know, literally, I was one of the few people that you could call and say, loan me $100 and I could give you $100, you know. Yeah. If I asked them for $100, I couldn't get it, you know. So I was saying, man, that article might be putting it off a little further than what it really is.
Might be closer than that.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you look at it, when you ain't working, you know, we're not working right now. Blacks are not working. Yeah. And really in California, down here, that's why I like to go south and east and stuff, because I get to see black people working and doing stuff. But in California, it's real bad. Like, we don't even work at McDonald's. We don't work at gas stations. We don't work at parking lots. Word. You know, no, if you're not high level, we're not working. You know, so when I look at all that, it's saddening. You know, but that's my mission now. You know, like a lot of people might think, oh, well, his mission is, you know, to make a movie or to sell his book. But my mission becomes to make sure that Black people don't go totally broke.
That's a great mission to have.
Yeah, that's wild.
That should be everybody with my skin color's mission, like, to be honest. And do you think it's when you talk to like the OGs or the people that have good amounts of money, they say the young dudes don't pay homage. And when you talk to the young dudes, they say the OGs ain't looking out. So do you feel like it's been a disconnect between, like, not to say hierarchy is such a bad word. When you say hierarchy, it makes you feel like somebody's in control. But would you feel it's been a disconnect from, like, the older folks figure this out, pass the knowledge down to the young folks, or just paving the way for them so we wouldn't need outside sources?
When you say that, right, and I deal with a lot of people, a lot of the entertainers and all of them. I don't know if they got no money.
That is the most
news I've ever heard. They got the jewelry, they got the clothes. I don't know if they really got no money. Like right now, Black dispensaries hurting all over the country.
Which I don't get. That infuriates me because we are the people that took the charges for this to happen. I feel like Blacks should be leading in dispensaries and selling legal marijuana.
The system ain't set up that way, bro.
But you gotta look at it like this here, right? The people who control the marijuana industry, been in the marijuana industry for years, they was the growers. The growers make most of the money. True. So when it went legal, they had the money to buy prime locations.
Yeah.
They had the money, like I know one dude make like $40 million a month. I go to his office one day. Echo was with me, I believe. And they got $18 million laying on the floor.
I ain't gonna hold you. You started at $40 million. I'm thinking you're gonna say a year.
No, a month.
A month. It's crazy.
This guy got 14,000 lights. Lights is how they in marijuana industry. Lights is how they count their pounds and their money. You know, say for instance, you got a light. One light will give you, if you're a decent grower, you're gonna get 2.5 pounds. If you're a great grower, you're gonna get 3 pounds in 8 ounces. So they count their money by lights. So this guy got 14,000 lights hung. So you talking about every other month he's getting maybe like
almost 42,000,
60,000 pounds or something of
60,000 pounds.
So now you got somebody who, you know, maybe was a street marijuana dealer, you know, maybe made a few $100s. Now they competing against this guy. He can wait it out. He can wait out the tough times. You know what I'm saying? Because his money is so long. But somebody who barely, even myself, you know, I didn't really have the money to get my dispensary. I went in on an opportunity. I said, this is probably going to be my only time ever to get a license in the marijuana industry. And for people who don't believe that, you sit around and you wait and you thinking in 10 years or 5 years, you're going to be able to get in. No, these licenses is going to be way higher than liquor store licenses. You know, some of these licenses probably going to cost $20 million, $30 million to get a marijuana license. So if you don't get it right now, like with y'all, it ain't legal here yet. If you thinking about being in the marijuana industry, you in Carolina, you need to be getting involved right now because they're going to get a license to the people who are involved, who are working, getting their issues across. When I first got in, they didn't want convicted felons to work in the industry. They was like, no, we ain't letting convicted felons work in the industry. Not only could you not own a business, but they didn't even want you to work in there. So when I got in, I came up with the idea that convicted felons need to be in. So they had me to start speaking on the issue of why convicted felons should be allowed to be in. And eventually that turned into where we could get our license. And that's how I got my license. But had I not got involved, I definitely wouldn't have a marijuana license right now.
Yeah, that's crazy. I just.
And I know I went off track a little bit.
But
all of this,
we wanted to ask about that though. So
all of this stuff comes together. You know, when you're Black and you're in this country, you could be a genius and nobody give you a hand. That's my next book I'm working on right now. What if I would have had some help? You know, where could we be if I would have had some help? You know, what if we'd have buckled down and say, you know what, I'm gonna do what it takes to make it. You know, where would we be at right now?
Like when you talk about like your contributions and stuff like that to the culture and just to Black men, when you see shows like Snowfall that take like a lot of inspiration and liberties with like your story and things you've been through, and then you don't always get that kind of credit. You don't always get like a whole lot of, you don't get recognized for that unless you know. Like
I was insulted by Snowfall. I felt it was a slap in the face of us as Black people. I mean, literally, the end of the, I didn't see the ending. You know, I only watched a couple episodes because I was getting paid to watch it.
Word.
Yeah, they had me analyzing the show. David Mays, who used to own the Source magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted me to analyze the show, and I did. Other than that, I wouldn't have watched it because of, you know, me and John's relationship. I felt John, you know, he did me on the show. You know, me and him was working together. He was supposed to do my movie. I wanted John to direct because I thought he would be perfect. You know, he was from South Central, Black, and did some great movies, and I felt that he would be the perfect one. Matter of fact, me and John went to my documentary together. When my documentary premiered, me and him went to the
So I was
documentary.
locked in.
Yeah, we was locked in.
When you say John
Singleton.
I thought so. Once he said we both from South Central, I would never expect like John Singleton to have this like disconnect with so many people from the area. Like, you're not the only person that has these stories of him like being this type of person.
But it's like what happens is, what I see happening in Hollywood is these guys, people, they treat their people the way they got treated when they got into the industry. So they feel like, oh, this is the way you work into the industry. You get fucked, excuse my French, and then after you get fucked, maybe you'll work your way in. Mm-hmm. So they come in and they try to fuck everybody that come up under them. You know?
Yeah, thinking that's just how it goes.
Thinking that's how it goes. And you know, I just don't believe in that mentality. I don't think that you have to. I think that if you know, because people come and tell me, man, you blackball, you know, because I sued Universal Music Group, I sued Warner Brothers, I sued Sony, you know, about this guy using my name.
Yeah.
The vice president of Universal Music Group called me and asked me would I go to the Gerber Awards with him. You know, he just called me the other day, me and him doing a project together with some dudes he know from overseas, and he thought I would be perfect for it. So, and they put me out of Universal. They told me that I was going there when I first come home from prison, messing with what's his name, Herb. I can't think of their name, man. The dudes who found Lady Gaga. And was managing Lady Gaga. You know, I was at Universal Music Group almost every day, eating their food and everything. You know, that's why I used to go get my lunch every day.
Okay,
so
yes.
I was hanging out at the office, and they told me not to come back no more after I filed a lawsuit. So I understood that they didn't like what I did, but I also knew that my work ethic would overcome all of the stuff that they was trying to do to me. Like, you know, you can't stop this work ethic that I got. My thing is bigger than what you talking about. So they got rid of all the other people, and now the new guy calls me. You know what I'm saying? And then I go back in the office, and I'm telling all my guys, like, you know, they put me out of this office. Security guards walk me out, right?
It's crazy how stuff come full circle, man.
Yeah,
it always come full circle. And it was like, we promised ourselves we wouldn't talk about it because everyone that you ever get interviewed by, they talk about the case, but how do you lose a case when that's your legal name? Like, I really don't understand that.
Well, the judge used to work for Universal Music Group.
Wow.
Well,
I mean,
that'll do it.
That might be part of it, and the case hindered on her interpretation of a time. I'm gonna tell you the issue, and then real quick. The issue was, when did the public first become aware of him making music? So she picked a radio station in Florida, small radio station, and she said that was the day that the clock started ticking, that I should have known that he was using my name.
Probably a radio station where no one
but you never would have known.
Heard him.
That I never would have known. Exactly. It wasn't like it was Power 106 or you know, Hot Hot 95 in New York. It was a little small radio station, but she had the option to pick that.
Yeah, she didn't have to go that
She could have
way.
picked a different day.
Yeah.
She could have said, "Oh, maybe nobody knew about this radio station," but they found out when he first started being played in Miami. You know, that would have changed because I only missed by 5 days. 5 days later,
not
they
even
would
a
have to
week.
go to trial.
Not even a week.
So
That's
that's how you can lose your name, statute of limitations.
That's ridiculous, man.
Since you're doing a lot of traveling, I don't know how much time you've spent in North Carolina, but like, just tell us how you feel about the state, though. Like being from where you're from.
I've been down here. I stayed down here.
Y'all heard him.
You feel me? Let's go ahead and take that.
Down here 5, maybe 7 days. You know, just like hitting Greensboro, just all around here, man. And you know, Glock. I don't know if y'all know Glock, but y'all definitely should know Glock. One of the coldest hustlers, street hustlers in the game. When I met her, she was selling incense, and she's elevated now. When she's doing ice water and just different stuff. But man, we saw so many T-shirts down here. It was crazy. You know, T-shirts really got me out of homelessness. I was homeless for a while when I got home. You know, for about a year and a half, and you know, I went on the Joe Rogan show, and you know, they didn't seen all that on the Joe Rogan stuff. But anyway, I came down here with these T-shirts, and that's all I had. I didn't have no other product to sell, you know, because I wasn't selling dope no more. I made my mind I was never gonna sell dope again. You know, we sold those T-shirts. Me and Glock went all around here, man. We went to barbershops, restaurants, car washes, and I got a big fan base down here, man. I love Carolina. That's why I'm down here right now. You know, people that I met when I came down. So, and then I just signed one of y'all fighters. Y'all got a young fighter down here that's a national champ, and I think he's gonna be one of the greatest fighters to ever put on some gloves.
That's so dope.
I'm betting on that. I'm betting that.
Betting his money on it. Y'all heard it here first. So let's just make that clear because we preach it every episode. North Carolina has so much to offer, so much talent, a lot of people with a lot of drive, a lot of people doing different stuff. So we just want to go ahead and emphasize that. Y'all tap in.
I caught that guy on your live video that was rapping. Where were you at in that video? The guy with the white shirt that was rapping?
We was at Pictures.
At Pictures?
Yeah.
And that's
it's a clothing store. They do upscale clothes. Matter of fact, they the ones dressing me out today. I'm wearing their stuff right now.
Oh yeah, definitely feeling it.
You know, I support whenever I can. You know what I'm saying? My man said no ego.
Yeah.
Get rid of your ego. So I like that, and I let mine go in the penitentiary. You know, I ain't got no ego.
The ego can be dangerous.
Very dangerous. So I got rid of mine. He had a shirt said no ego. I said, oh, I'm gonna rock that.
What would you say is your like biggest shift for yourself, like as far as like routine and your mentality, just like transitioning to coming home and just trying to like reset everything?
Because I pretty much predicted my situation. I don't know if you ever read, but you ever get a chance, you got to read the article, LA Magazine, where the guy came and interviewed me when I was at USP Lompoc. I had a life sentence without the possibility of parole, and he said he was writing my obituary, and I said you were writing my business. You was documenting my business plan, because I already knew what I was going to be doing. All the stuff that I'm doing right now, I predicted that in '99 when he did that article, that I would be able to do this. And it's really, I'm doing more now than I thought I could even do. Because then, you know, I was still confined inside of those concrete walls, so my vision wasn't as great as it is like right now. But now, man, whew,
it's like you grew wings, bro. You're soaring. It's like to the point no one can stop you if they wanted to.
And what I see happening right now is black people are starting to bring me their ideas because they can't sell them to other people. They scared people gonna steal them from them. But they trust me with their ideas. A couple weeks ago, 2 brothers came in. Really, they getting ready to change. Like, they giving me so much power. They got the satellite trucks. So now we finna have our own TV channel that we can go live at any time we get ready. It's called Freeway Live. I really wanted it for boxing, but you know, we're gonna use it for everything now. We're gonna give other brothers a chance. so they don't have to just go to Tubi with their TV movies, with their movies and so forth. But just trying to create opportunities for people who have great ideas but have nobody that they can get their ideas to, or they can share their ideas with them. Might want to help them with their ideas. They don't want to get their stuff stolen or taken from them. And so often, that's what happens when you come with ideas. People just take them.
So often, man. And I hate to say it, and I probably don't want to say this on camera, but it needs to be said. Like, and it's us doing it to us. Why? Like, why do we harm ourselves so much as a people after all we've been through?
Well, that's that slave mentality. When they did the Jim Crow law, I never heard of the Jim Crow law. Jail, jail can be a terrible place, but it also can be a place where you build. When I found out about jail, when they first started jail wasn't a place for punishment. It was a place where you go to get yourself together. And when I went there, and I found out that I could get myself together there, that's what I started to do. And that was the first time I ever read the Jim Crow law. And one of the main things that they talked about in the Jim Crow law was to keep them separated. Don't allow them to function as a group, and find ways to separate them. He light skinned, he dark, he work in the field, he work in the house. Don't let the women trust the men. Don't the men, we don't want the son to function with the dad. So those were the laws that Jim Crow said would keep them in power, and would keep blacks in slavery. And when you look at those laws, if you read those laws, you might say, that's just still working right now today.
Yeah. That was another question.
I stay on 87th Street, you stay on 90th Street, I'm Crip, you Blood, I'm Hoover Crip, you 60 Crip, you East Coast Crip, I'm a Crip from Texas, but we all fighting.
Yeah, for what?
What? That's the biggest question that's
never
never answered.
Should be working in harmony to uplift our people. A man say you only as strong as your weakest link. So if your cousin, if your neighbor ain't doing good, then you really ain't doing good either.
That's facts.
That's the mentality to win, bro.
That's the only way we can win. That's the only way you really winning, because if you're doing good and your community is terrible, you ain't really doing good because you can't help them.
Or it's only so much time for their hunger eats you alive too. Like, people don't get that. Like, people think that the crime and stuff that's reciprocated is just situational, or it's just people being lazy. No, it's reciprocated by no opportunity, no knowledge, and a repeat of circumstances of people making it and not giving that knowledge back or coming back to build the hood. When people have nothing, they'll do desperate things. That's what I know.
Say that.
I mean, once you make it out, you typically try to change your environment. You don't fix the one you left.
Right.
You just try to move to a different one.
Our environment, as a man thinks, said that we are the creators. We can create heaven right here. Mm-hmm. And it's one of my favorite books.
That's a powerful statement.
Yeah, that's wise words, yeah.
Yeah, matter of fact, I recommend everybody read Richest Man in Babylon by George Classy, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and Thinking As a Man Think.
As a Man. Yeah, I got that.
Hey, he off camera, but Cola, I swear to God, I was about to say that. My brother has that book sitting on his thing, and he been trying to get me to read it. I keep making excuses, but
I read those books 25 times. I read each one of those at least 25 times. I said, matter of fact, my two youngest kids right now are studying those books. They're doing reports, and I'm paying them to read those books.
That's dope.
They get $100 just for reading them, and then as they do their reports, I'm gonna pay them extra for that.
I would have read books, Mom. If you would have did that, I would have been reading all the time. I swear to God.
Pay me for reading them. I'm doing this shit for free.
Yes.
For leisure time, because we poor. I'm just reading shit. Motherfuckers out here getting paid to do that shit.
And then I know that if they would have told me to write books to read, I would have been a reader.
Yeah.
When they started telling me that you could make money out of them books, and that you can change your life out of them books. I'm like, oh, come on with that. Because I always wanted to change my life, but, I couldn't understand. Moms want me to read the Bible. I don't want to read no Bible. I don't want to know what they did in ancient Babylon days. And, I want to know what's going on right now, how I can get some of this money. The windows you got broke out in the house, I want to fix the windows and get rid of these rats running around your house. Do them something about the roaches. And, you know what I'm saying? And not having no food at the end of the month. So those was the things that I was after. I wasn't really, trying to know all that other stuff. That showed me the money.
Yeah, I feel it.
I feel it.
So like we definitely want to tap on what you got going on now. We've been talking about the boxing promotion and stuff like that. So
I brought one of my youngsters with me.
Yeah, definitely.
And he y'all homeboy.
Yeah,
He's right down here. So
cool.
National champ. A lot of people know about Kid Austin. I brought Kid Austin to the forefront first. This kid here is gonna do better.
Okay. Yeah. He put a chip on your shoulder, bro.
Put a chip on your shoulder.
For real, like.
Yeah, it's gonna be better than Kid.
Exactly. Now everybody in this room finna be rooting for you, bro.
We all fighters.
Oh yeah.
See it, dog.
Yeah. Definitely gotta get them in here.
What's up? It's No Face NC of the Triple Dub Podcast, here to tell y'all about one of the dopest clothing brands of the triad. Of course, I'm talking about Guapstuh Clothing Brand. Whether it's the fly designs or the high quality materials, you can never go wrong stepping out in that Guapstuh. So go ahead and tap in with them at wassguapin.clothing on Instagram and tell them the Triple Dub Podcast sent you.
For the fam, not for the fame. No, I can't fuck with a nigga, I up it and blow it a nigga.
This episode of the Triple Dub Podcast is brought to you by Life As We Know and Crazy Rib Man Rex, who serves up the best surf and turf for all your summer needs. Everything from fall off the bone ribs to fresh and elegantly seasoned seafood. And you know he got the sides on deck too. Call him up at 336-254-6811. And if you mention the Triple Dub Podcast, you'll receive 20% off your order. So act like you know.
How you doing, bro?
Yeah, man. First off, we just want to get right into it, bro. Tell us your name, man. Where you from?
My name is Shyheim Ashford. I'm from North Carolina, Goldsboro.
All right, Goldsboro.
Shyheim. Yeah.
Okay. How long you been boxing, bro?
I've been boxing since I was 4. I got my first amateur fight at 8.
At
8? Yeah. Ooh, that boy was cold then. He was cold already.
Bruh, so 4 years old boxing, what's that like? You just had people around you like, hit the bag, bruh, like throw these gloves on.
What's it like boxing other little kids? That's what I want to know.
How does that process
go? You know what? I'm gonna be honest, I really don't remember. I really don't remember.
So
it was so natural. It was like when you do something young, you're not afraid. Mm-hmm. So I would my dad put on the gloves, he put me in the ring, I beat him up. Come back some more.
Yeah, that's like that. I mean, this nigga bred for that shit. He said, I don't even really remember.
Yeah, he said, get in the ring and run it, dog.
Yeah. As long as I've been thinking, I've been hitting niggas in the face. Yeah. You feel me? That's dope. Yeah, that's crazy. First amateur fight at 8. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, you different.
So as far as he told me you were going into pro. So as far as like your pro, when's your debut? My debut is on August 10th. August 10th. Who are you going to be fighting? Well, we don't know yet. Y'all still making the card together? Okay. Greensboro. Is Greensboro? Okay.
Greensboro.
Hey, 336. Hey, y'all better come out.
We got to tap in with y'all again for that.
We'll definitely come out to do that.
What weight class you fight at?
It's going to be 119 between 119 to 122.
Okay. Yeah, that means you got quick hands. Yeah, good guys.
You in a lower weight class than I was. I fought 135.
Yeah. Quick
taller than me. Yeah.
I mean, like I said, buddy is.
Yeah, he fast.
He like hit you and be like, this nigga hit me 3 times.
Sheesh.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, we definitely got to tap in with you and show you a lot of support, man. You got Instagram or anything like that, bro?
I got Instagram. You can follow me at Shyheim Ashford. I got a boxing question. I'm sorry, I got to ask before I interrupt you. What style do you say yours is most relatable to as far as fighters?
Fighters don't like that question.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I know fighters don't like that question, but it's kind of it's a thing that's like distinguishable. I'm so versatile.
1 minute.
Even if it's you can tell me different pieces. If it's different pieces of people, that's fine with me.
That's what it is. I'm so versatile. I can do this. I can do that. Like, however, like I'm like.
So do you have a specific person where you've taken pieces from them that you watch?
All the greats.
All the greats. So you like Muhammad,
Muhammad, Floyd, Shakur, Javante, Sugar Ray Leonard, all of them. James Tony, Caleb Plant.
So you just student, yeah.
Student, yeah.
That's
even the
good.
ones now.
That's good. That's good. That's
And
good.
you just graduated from high school.
Congrats, bro. What high school you graduate from, bro?
Well, I graduated from Wayne Community.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So you was busy.
He was busy. That boy was moving. Yeah, he
got time for high school.
He got time for high school. He got things to do.
Yeah. It worked better with my schedule because I trained so much.
Yeah, I believe it.
So it was just better for me.
Okay. All right. So let me ask, you ever knock a nigga out?
Nah, I ain't got no knockout yet.
Okay.
It's coming though. It's coming.
All right, but hey, I was about to ask you, bro, how does it feel to stand over a nigga?
I dropped a lot of people though.
You could have asked me that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. We definitely gonna like show you a lot of love and support, man. North Carolina's very own. So, y'all both in the same building. Like, how did y'all get connected? Like, what was it like having like Freeway like reach out? Like, bro, I'm trying to take you on. Like, let's get him in. Let's get him in.
Yeah. Well, I think we met at the Nationals, I believe. You know, because what I found out is that a lot of the promoters don't go down to the amateurs.
Okay.
And, I was down at the amateurs. I'm like, I'm gonna find me some new fighters. You know, because a couple guys I was working with, it didn't work out for one reason or another. And I wanted to get with some guys that I could really like put my hand on and like really mold them. Because to me, it's bigger than boxing. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I ain't no boxing fan for real. You know, I don't want to see people getting beat up, getting their brains knocked out.
Oh yeah, I heard you say that in the Joe Rogan podcast.
But I got tired of seeing guys come into boxing, make all this money, and then be broke. You know, so I said, you know what? Step in, help these guys out, show them that it's really bigger than boxing, because you could take the boxing and it could take you so forward. You know, like when I first got home, you know, Floyd picked me up from the halfway house, and I saw how people was gravitating to him. This was before people didn't even know who I was.
Yeah,
you know, they didn't know I hadn't. I mean, people knew who I was, but not like now.
Yeah.
So when we was going to the places, everybody was like, "Oh yeah," and I'm like, "Wow, they only like this here. This guy got so much power, but he don't use it." So I said I got into boxing so I could teach these guys how to use their power, how they could not only enrich themselves but also enrich their community. And I think that that's really the most important thing. If you're not doing it for the community, then to me it's like you ain't really doing that.
Right. That's real.
That hit different.
That's real. Because if you don't, that's one thing I said. I have a feeling about music as far as that too. There's no reach back as far as anybody trying to build the community of the rappers that are pushing that positive image in the same way that people aren't doing it in boxing or in any other avenue.
Even with the music, they all wind up broke. So they, you know, losing their houses and their cars after they stop going on tour and doing their stuff. The record labels drop them. And then I was wondering, like, why these dudes don't pay for their own promotion? You know, why they don't do what Interscope is doing for them? And most of the time, they don't have no money.
That's facts.
So I want to make sure that don't happen in boxing no more. And the stuff I'm setting up now is gonna revolutionize boxing. They're gonna be like, how did this Negro do this here? Why did he put this together? Why did he show them this? Because I'm gonna show them how they can own their own stuff. You know, pay-per-view. They ain't gotta split their pay-per-view with Showtime and ESPN. And I know some brothers that built the platforms.
Okay.
So now you can do your own. You know, get them a small cut, because they don't want that Amazon money. You know, they ain't never thought about being on Amazon.
They want the exposure.
Yeah, just give them a little money. You know, they gonna want a little money. So this stuff. I mean, I could, like I said, if you read the LA Magazine article, y'all should definitely go read it. it's powerful. I mean, even when I read it myself still right now, even when I go speak at the black schools, I always have one of the kids come up and read it. The first thing they stop at is they say, "Your obituary," and they were like, "You don't get no obituary unless you die." So I was like, "Yeah, they thought I was dead. They thought I was gonna die in prison," is what he was saying. He didn't say I was physically dead, but he like, "Oh, you dead because when you come out of these walls, you gonna be in a box."
Yeah.
But I still knew that I could put this together, what I'm doing right now. And that's what I want to teach this young man right here, how he can not only be a great fighter, but also be a great man of the community and somebody that uplifts his community.
And real quick, I just want to definitely just appreciate how ground level you are within the community in general. Like you saying, I'm going to go to the amateur fights and pick on, amateur fighters. You coming to Greensboro and getting with local business owners selling T-shirts, stuff like that. Like a lot of people, most honestly, just don't do that. Like, so I just want to say like that's what separates you from like the 95%.
Yeah, because I've rarely seen any celebrity even come down here and be like, oh, when they come down here to touch down in Greensboro, they literally
They touch down.
They touch down, get their money, and they leave.
That's what I be saying all the time. The only time they come to the hood, y'all call it a homie, but the only time they come to the hood is to do a concert.
Literally, that's when they get up out of here.
They get up out of here.
Yeah, they gone.
So it's really dope to have you
but
out
that's
here.
gonna be up to us to change that.
Mm-hmm.
See, we gotta say, okay, you ain't coming in the hood just to get the money no more.
Yeah.
You ain't going for that no more.
Right.
You come to the hood, you gonna have to show respect in the hood. We not giving away nothing no more. I mean, we give away our boats.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We give away our money. We give away everything. And these people don't respect us. So we gotta demand our respect now.
Man, look, I'm overwhelmed. I ain't even gonna hold you. I know y'all probably got so much to do. I just want to thank y'all for coming through, stopping by with us.
Truly,
I mean, thank you so much. This has
Appreciate
been,
meeting both of you.
both of y'all.
Both of y'all.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna be looking for that knockout, bro. I'm
ready.
be looking for that knockout, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
Thank y'all had us here, man.
Yeah.
Because it's always good when we come together. You know, we ain't fighting, we ain't drinking.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's
We just chilling and everything.
all
is
good
cool.
energy. Yeah,
It's always a great thing. So, you know, I want to align with you guys. I want to work with you.
yeah,
I want to make
definitely.
some bonds with you guys. And, you know, my guy right here. So, I'm hoping y'all embrace him. The way
Oh,
he
absolutely.
embraced me.
We gonna show
If y'all give us a
love.
spot in that fight, we'll come.
Yeah,
see
we
you.
will. Whatever you need us to do, we gonna show support.
Gang, dog.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, shout your
Real,
Instagram
man.
out.
My Instagram is Shyheim Ashford.
Okay, we'll follow you. Follow us.
Mine is
Follow us.
Freeway.
It's SHYHEIMASHFORD.
All right, y'all heard it here.
And mine is Freeway Ricky.
All right, Look, y'all know what it is, man. It's whatever we want. Again, I'm No Face NC.
This is Jay Moresun.
Hey, we got everybody else in the building too.
Just
so you don't know.
Everybody,
Jump
come
in
on,
there
DJ
real quick.
Davis.
Jump in there real
Yeah,
quick. DJ
chill.
Davis, not an actual DJ.
No ones, no
It
twos.
was just 3.5.
Just three.
Again, the real Rick Ross in the building, man. Thank y'all so much.
Everybody, thank
Thank y'all so much.
Yes, sir.
Follow y'all, man.